timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Gonna run it. It's Judkins. At the 35, he's got room. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. First down here for the offense. He's gonna pass. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Line getting set on second down. The give to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, 3rd and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Where he's just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Listen, the offense stars those plays where they want to get their playmakers the ball, and the defense understands it as well. I got to know, when that guy comes in motion, he's a legit threat. They did, and you could tell they pulled the trigger and went and made a nice play.
They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Ohio State 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Ball in the air, intercepted! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
Well, that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays.
Oh, it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And he was under so much stress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive. But the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Looking for room. It's Judkins. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. With the run on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Dropping back, it's Howard. He's got him in the flat. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Knocked off his feet. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off.
And you feel pretty good about a quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through. But this defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go. No push. Big stop by the D.
From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Catch in the middle. It's Miller. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback moving. He chucks one out to the right. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Got his man quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends, it's so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, the quarterback's patient most of the time. That drag route's going to come open.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Six-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Wide out in motion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Across the 25, he's got room. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Alabama! An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run. But it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off. But when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it in halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
That's a live ball. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Unloads it downfield. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. Running back goes in motion. Touch pass on the run. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. This guy can throw it. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. With jet sweep pass. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away.
Number 14, set to kick this one.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going up top. And that ball is picked off. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Baylor Bears taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. He'll bring it out. It's Baldwin. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Back to throw, it's Finn. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
He's looking for a man on second down. Going up top. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete out of the backfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Baylor! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They go 83 yards on the drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. A first down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Snagged in the middle. It's Green. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air, it's Retzlaff trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that pass picked off.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Going up top on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
The incompletion on 1st down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On the option. Snowed under by the defense. They have not been able to run it in. Will they try again on 3rd and goal? They'll run the option. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar.
It's just so nice to have a signal guard who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Baldwin. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Dances away from the heat. Still on his feet at the 45. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. And the Bears are flying down the field. Wants to throw. It's Finn. The quick out. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the 1st down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw in that out route.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the chains for this offense. The Bears with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. To throw, it's Finn. He's got the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Bears line it up with a 1st and goal. Now on the option. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Take over. 1st and 10.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. Finds his big tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to run for it. The Cougars get it past the sticks. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Quarterback checking the play. They're going to ride this running back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Trying to impose their will with the run. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. BYU with the 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, BYU! On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. An 84-yard drive there. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it. And now we'll see if they can... Going for the big play. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bears!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Retzlaff. Quickly complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throwing catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Field goal is good. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime.
21, BYU 17.
The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Slips through the line. Got a little room. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
They're trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's got it. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
BYU lines up with a first and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Cougar! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they get right back to it.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. He's going to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. He's looking on the right side. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Quick pass on the jet motion. To the 10. All kinds of room to the right. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, BYU! He has been surgical, precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Baldwin. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Back to pass, it's Finn. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. But wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great third down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
Quick completion on the out route. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. He lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Back to throw. It's Finn. Looking to buy time. On the move, he fires. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence.
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, BYU 31, Baylor 21.
Offense in a bunch formation. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Moving away from pressure. It's incomplete. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the Baylor Bears taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down here for the offense. Scanning the field, it's Finn. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And we're talking to the defensive coaching staff coming into this game tonight, and they said we really feel good about our pass rush. We feel like we've got guys up front that can win one-on-one. We've got to let these guys hunt. We've got to let them eat, and they're doing it on the first play of the game, getting a sack.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Going deep. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there.
Oh, look out! He's at the 10, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor! And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a scintillating 52-yard jaunt to the house. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on 1st down. They're bringing heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a...
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
To the air on 1st down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. Using the quick game. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Quick strike complete. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Inside the 40. He's loose. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They give it to him again. The Cougars are stopped, but not before getting the first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offense will take that. 3-5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Quarterback will audible. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougars. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Baldwin. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer now is on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air. It's Finn. He lets it fly. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the big fella. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the wideout. It's complete.
That's another Baylor.
The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Hawkins. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bears! And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll start this drive firing. Lets it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Can anyone catch him? The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, BYU. And once he got loose, it was all over. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Bangs it through for an extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Baldwin. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just
Makes the grab on the left side. All kinds of running room. The 10. Touchdown, Baylor! Reeled it in and just made the house call. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Trying to beat the D deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Retzlaff. Getting some heat. Escapes the sack. He'll pull it down and run. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down. New set of downs.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, third and long coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Going up top on first down. On the run, still looking. And that pass is caught at the 25. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Cougars will have it first and 10. To the ground with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do with it.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Between the uprights, it's good. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. And the Bears will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Hand off from the shotgun. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going to run it. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking to throw, it's Finn. It's complete to the left. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. When the quarterback runs it, he's got the extra blocker, and I don't even know if he needed it. He just gashed them there.
Yeah, Reese. I mean, this offensive coordinator does a good job scheming ways to get this quarterback out into space with the ball in his hands. And when he's there, he can make people miss. And if he gets into the second level of your defense, that dude is gone.
They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking downfield, it's Retzlaff. This time it's complete. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. BYU right back to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cougar! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. Lining up to recover the kick after that touchdown drive. And And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Finn. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Looking to throw for it. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He throws into the middle of the field. And he's got it inside the 25. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Baylor 28, BYU 25.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Fires on the move. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. You got to figure something out. You got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results because everything else ain't working anyways.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Cougars will hustle to the line.
They've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started to come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bed.
Going for it all. He caught it. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, BYU. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there. And they get the onside kick and take possession right back. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They'll try the run. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass and make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Retzlaff. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield.
And man, this quarterback has had a day with that pass. He goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Quarterback checking off. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it and still on his feet. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
On the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to pass. It's Retzlaff. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Well, it's a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but Really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. So here comes our first play of overtime. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Bears! They strike first here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score Baylor 42, BYU 35.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Looking for a man. It's Retzlaff. Release to the back. How about that play to get it? Force the incompletion.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
That's caught. It's Davis.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play,
Touchdown, Cougars. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back who's a fast athlete in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. Now first down here in the second overtime. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Hill. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. This thing has been back and forth now. First and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
Touchdown, BYU! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT.
the defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense.
BYU 48, Baylor 42.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Back to throw, it's Finn. Unloads to the right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. One more stop by this defense wins it. Fourth and long in overtime. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. First and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. He wants to throw it again. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! They got this thing tied up in double overtime.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming two-point play, you might just put it back in his hands and let him go win it for you.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I got to go for two. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, got to come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these two-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules. Now you got to go execute.
This is one of the best games we've called this season, a thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in overtime.
I could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over the field. David, this is what college football is all about.
No doubt. I love your excitement, but where's the defensive mentions? Some good defense out there, too, there, homeboy. I know it's not just offenses that get you excited. Some defensive plays, too. Nip and tuck the whole game, decided in overtime, crushing loss.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Down for this offense. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Gets it out quickly.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires downfield. Got it past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to pass. Looking down the middle. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing the running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
This defense might be reeling after those last two, and now facing first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Up and over Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
And the extra point was good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The fair catch called for and made. Offense set on first down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And the ball's on the ground. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Dropping back, it's back. At the 40, there he goes. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wide out in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Dogs want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's going to fire deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Dogs! Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Gets away from one. Grabbed on the outside, it's Miller. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Firing to the right, complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Toss sweep right. Alabama will get the first down.
3rd and short, there's a lot of ways to get it in the run game. They're not just going to hand it off and go power. How about the toss play? Getting the ball in the hands of the tailback quickly, and he's able to skirt his way to get the first.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Power football with the run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Oh, he dropped it! And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. And sometimes you just count your blessings, and the blessing for the offense was that the ball went out of bounds.
How devastating would that have been for this offense, Reese, if they had lost possession down here in the red zone? That would have been a killer for this offense, for their momentum, for the entire team. Really, really lucky that ball trickled out of bounds.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Henderson. Tackled immediately after the catch. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. He made the catch past the marker.
Complete.
The sideline, he's out of bounds. It'll be 4th down.
4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tide!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. It's caught. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Beck. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
But this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. He wants it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle. It's Haynes. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. After moving the sticks with the pass, here we are on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now they regain the lead. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. Ready to start the second half, Alabama will kick it off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job in pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
To the air, it's back. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Quick release by the QB. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They want to just keep throwing it. He's got it on the run. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll send out the kicker here. From the right hash, this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the third. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback will audible. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to get it through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
After 3, we're all tied up.
First down to start the drive after the break. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The run from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in the gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Right down the middle. Got him downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
They'll give it to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Toss sweep to the right. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. How are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the end.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Can't quite cross. Get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. 1st and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead score. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And this will be for the win. And it's good. The short field goal for the game. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. On first down, here comes this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
To throw, it's Stafford. This time he's got it. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Noles are on the move. They're going to throw it again. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side and watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And that is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, you dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot. We're only in the first quarter. My accuracy and my timing is going to have to be at a premium.
Wide receiver shows motion. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Dropping back, it's Stafford. Makes his connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's out open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. On the run, it's Durham. Oh, there's the ball. He picks it up, still on his feet.
That's the end of the first quarter with the game scored.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Warren. And it's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And just when you thought the worst was over, first drive they fumble it. And on the second drive they fumble it. 2 drives, and they can't hold on to the football.
Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Neighbors. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. A third and long coming up here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it down the left side. He's off to the races. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. On first and goal, let's see what Utah State calls. They'll go to the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
On second down, looking to throw. Lets it fly. And it's picked off.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
I love that play call. Quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Back to pass, it's Ward. Uncorks it. Soft spot in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utah State.
What a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to...
Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. The 20. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Might be looking to run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll ride his man on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses 1.
They'll immediately call timeout. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And the field